Well, I think most of you remember this time last year it was somebody's birthday. Well, it was one of my subscribed supporters' birthdays this time last year. Well, 1 year later it's come again to her next special birthday. Well, 2 years' time will be her special birthday, the even bigger special birthday that is, for 2 years' time. But yes, it's my friend's birthday today. This friend of mine, I think you're familiar of, and she's a very good subscribed supporter. She may not be here often, but she does come. I do hear from her on a recurring basis from time to time. She's always extremely nice and kind to me. She's got the innate loveliness she possesses in herself. I don't think I could never forget it. I, for one, certainly could never forget her innate loveliness and kindness towards not only just myself, but others in general. This lady, she certainly needs no introduction. Lovely Debra Coleman. Wonderful lady. A very, very wonderful, delightfully wonderful lady she is. And, always, full of the pleasantries of kindness. And she got a good kindly approach to others and what have you, so one would never regret having a friendship with somebody like Debra Coleman. I, for one, would certainly never, never, never regret having a friendship with lovely Debra. But Debra, for today, the 28th of February, 2025, I know it's already probably going on for the afternoon time in the Pennsylvania state neck of the woods now, stateside in the US, that is, because, of course, Debra is based over in the Pennsylvanian state of Pennsylvania, to tell oneself off things. Debra Coleman I'm referring to, not Debra Chenningworth, who's based in Queensland in Australia. This is Debra Coleman in the United States of America. And of course her name is spelt differently to that of Debra Chenningworth. And before one asks, is Debra Coleman the one who was figuring out how to make a doll with my shaped face on it? No, that's not the one. That's not the one. That was the one who hopes that my shoe situation would be sorted out in the very, very latterly part of 2023, which it did fortunately get sorted out. And that was when she spoke to me about her late friend Tommy Wayman, or Tom Wayman, or Uncle Tom, because it was her friend's uncle. That is. Her late friend Tom, who was 7 foot tall, or as one could say, a full 7 foot. Oh, 7 foot. Oh, 7 foot tall. I mean, I don't think I could ever imagine being that height. As a 5'8", 154-pound man, which is 11 stone, by the way, that's another story, I could never imagine being as tall as 7 foot. And I did actually find out whether or not Debra is tall or not. It turns out she's not very tall. No, so Debra and Tommy, obviously Tom when he was alive, who unfortunately died in a car accident, very sadly. Tragically died in a car accident, which one could be very saddened to say. I mean, certainly was Debra and her best friend, her bestie Heidi, very saddened to say that he died in a car accident. In 2003, as it turns out, so well over 20 years ago. It would actually be a sight of little and large with Debra and Tom, the late, or Uncle Tom, as he was referred to. Because, because Debra is actually shorter than I, to tell you something, at a mere 5'6". And obviously a lot of my relatives on my mother's side are no taller than 5'6", and I'm 5'8", so I'd be taller than her, therefore. Don't know if Heidi's tall or not, because I think Heidi married Tom Wayman's nephew, I think it is. And I'm assuming Tom's nephew was a tall man, I would assume, probably 6 foot something. But I don't know if Heidi's tall or not. I don't know. Although Debra does have a tall son, but is he 7 foot tall? No, he's not. He's actually, he's over 6 foot, yes, but not 7 foot. But she's got a little daughter, though. Why I say little, because her daughter's half a foot shorter than I, and a foot shorter than her son. I don't know if her husband's a tall man. I don't know. I simply do not know. No, but it must be nice for Debra to still have, a little girl for a daughter, or as you'd say, the beautiful Cheyenne, who's little, apparently quite little for height, brown-eyed, brunette hair, a brunette with brown eyes, and quite short, at only a mere 5'2", as she did tell me. And Debra's a 5'6", blonde, blue eyes, as far as what she did tell me. And gosh, I imagine she must be pretty. I'm not trying to make any fun of Debra, I'm really not, no. No, seriously, I'm not. But I thought I might share a bit about her. But really, we appreciate your presence within my content, Debra, and certainly do we cherish having your friendship. Well, certainly does I cherish having your friendship most sincerely, most profoundly sincerely, if I may go further elaborate on it. But, but really, a very, very happy birthday to today, Debra. Really, very many happy returns on your special birthday, on your special day, really, overall at large. I can remember I remember wishing you a happy birthday this time last year. Well, I've done it again, and I could never forget to wish you a happy birthday each and every year. It's the right thing to do, and I believe it was the right thing to do this time last year, and doing it again the following year. But another story it may surprise you, but certainly did it surprise me at the time. It was this time last year round, shortly after I wished Debra a happy birthday, her son, Sebastian, that's the 6 foot, dark blonde is what he is, dark blonde hair is what he's got, and blue eyes, as it turns out. Surprise me as it might, or astonish one as it might, he commented on the video of mine, and he said that it was Debra, his mother, who recommended my content to him, and then also she did the same thing to her daughter and her best friend. And that was when Sebastian said, "My mother loves you." Wow. I didn't know Debra was that fond of me until I heard from her son, Sebastian, that is. Wow. I mean, what a revelation. It's quite a tickling. That is, and all that. I can control my laughter. Yes, I have laughed to the point where I've gotten carried away. I know, one knows my history too well for that. But since I disgracefully lowered my filter, quite naughtily, oh dear, no, but that's another story. I wouldn't want to make that ruinously saddening for Debra's birthday, because that would be the last thing I'd want to do. But yes, it really did tickle me, and actually did surprise me as it might. And then, but it was lovely hearing from Sebastian, and of course, and Heidi on the day of Debra's birthday this time last year round. And then, of course, it was some months later, and I heard from Cheyenne. And that's when Debra said, "Well, here's the beautiful Cheyenne." That's a nice way to describe one's daughter as beautiful. I imagine she is beautiful. She's brunette, brown eyes. I've got an affinity for blondes and brunettes. I thought I'd share that. Yes, girls, that is, who are blonde and brunette. But yes, very happy birthday to you, Debra. Many happy returns on your special day. And thank you for all your kindness towards myself and my community. Thanks all for watching, and here's to Debra for her special birthday. Ta-ta for now, another time, happy birthday to Debra.